Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Jazzy, Video Store Sasquatch here, and we are doing another Throwback Thursday. We have some old movies I watched over the week for the throwback part of it, and then we had the box office for the weekend, and then we'll start off with Pokerface. Came out Thursday, May 8th. It came out on Peacock in season two. Very good show. People behind Knives Out did this show. I think that each episode is very good. It's almost like a high quality detective movie for each episode. So you get like a 50-minute, 60-minute good little show here. It's one of the rare shows that I'll probably pump on this channel here. It comes out Thursday, so tonight you can watch it on Peacock, or tonight the new episode will come out. The first three have already came out if you're trying to catch up. Or season one is already out all the way on Peacock as well. It's a very good show. Yeah, the lead is Natasha Lyons, and she has very horrible vocal fry. If you can get past that and listening to her for an hour with that vocal fry, it is worth it. Um, I do it. Trust me, they're very good shows. The first one had um, the girl from Wicked, or from Wicked. Sorry, I'll look it up real quick, make sure I get it right. Cynthia Aralvo, and it was a very good one. Second one was very good. There's so many good people that kind of pop up, popularity wise and stuff like that. I think they even said that they have Brett Armisen later on in the year. So that is one show that I think I should watch. It's good. Um, Interesting concept, and then it's just kind of funny how she like works her way into these people's lives. Um, Definitely check it out. It's on Peacock, like I said, and that was Poker Face. And then we're gonna go into the movies now. I watched Freejack, directed by Jeff Murphy, starring Emilio Estevez, Mick Jagger, Rene Russo, and Anthony Hopkins. Bounty hunters from the future transport doomed race car driver to New York City in 2009, whereas mine will be replaced with that of a dead billionaire. So this is 92 going to 2009. It was a January release. Had a $30 million budget, and it only made $17.5 million in the box office. This one was interesting to watch, honestly. Like with going around and like being at racetracks a lot, and like seeing the way they kind of portrayed the race. That's like one of the more realistic ones I've seen. Um, in that sense, I guess, with the lower level or level series um, race cars here. Mick Jagger is a trip as the bad guy. Um, and Emilio Estevez, Rene Russo, and then Anthony Hopkins. This movie's just a trip all around. It's crazy. The dude from Breaking Bad is in it. There's a couple other people in this movie. Anthony Hopkins eventually went on to say this is one of the worst movies he ever did. So take that as you want. But it was on Prime. I checked it out. We basically start. We see that Emilio Estevez is in love with Rene Russo, like back in 2000 or 92, I guess it would be. And he's about to go on to this big race. He hits a hill. His F1 car or whatever kind of car jumps the hill and hits the bridge and explodes. And as it explodes, Mick Jagger's in 2009, I guess. So this movie is already 16 years too old. Now that I think about it, we're in it's like 2009, we're 2025, and like the bleakest future ever, by the way, in this movie. But anyways, so he pulls him at that point in time. Somehow the consciousness stays with Emilio, and it wasn't supposed to. And he goes after Renee, and then you end up finding out that it was it's just all crazy story from here. Like there's some crazy cool stuff because think about it, 92 they're talking about putting souls or whatever transcendence or whatever into your computer. So in 92 they're talking about it for 2009. So that is kind of crazy how that is kind of like a cool concept even today. That's what the Freejacks are. If you're looking for an hour and a half movie and you kind of just want to have like a 1992 flashback into what the future is going to be like in 2009, I would gotta check this movie out because there's so many like funny, wild things. Like this Mick Jagger himself as the bad guy, kind of just being Mick Jagger and being a bad guy, and like kind of taunting him at one point in time, and like racing with him and taunting him on the computer is worth the watch just for that. I wish I could just grab that scene from Netflix, but I can't, or from Prime, but I can't. But that is so funny. It's something I check out, and that is Freejack, directed by Jeff Murphy. And the next movie we're going to talk about here is Drop Zone, directed by John Bedham. With Wesley Snipes, Gary Busey, Yancey Butler, Michael Jeter. A tough cop teams up with a professional skydiver to capture a renegade computer hacker on the run from the law. This was made in 1994. It was a mid-December release. It had a $45 million budget, and it only made $28.7 million at box office. So that means that both these movies we're talking about here were flops, which is surprising because I wouldn't think that 45 million would really be what this movie cost. I just figured what happened was the producer decided to go skydiving one day, and he was just doing a bunch of coke with this dude, and he's like, I think that we need to make a movie that just incorporates skydiving in some way because this is freaking awesome. And when they had that happen, some writer was with him, snorting the lines with him, and then boom, Drop Zone is created. And they found a way to get Wesley Snipes involved, I guess. Gary Busey. This is pre tax evasion. Wesley Snipes too. The bad guy from Airbud's in it. I don't know if that's Yancey Butler or Michael Jeter. I don't know his name, but he's in it. So that was kind of a trip too, especially if you like Airbud like me, like back in the day. You just recognize him immediately because of his mustache and his bald ass head and his funky ass way he talks. Um, yeah, so he's in this, and he is the computer hacker, which I would never believe him as a computer hacker, especially the way he looked. But I guess it's '94. Who knows what it is? And he is being transported by the federal agents into whatever new custody or whatever. And Gary Busey's led skydivers get him in midair, fake his death pretty much. And that's part of the problem that Wesley Snipes has with the Bureau throughout the rest of the movie is he faked the death of them and jumped out of the plane and made it, and then um, basically Wesley figured that's what happened. He kind of goes after a group of skydivers eventually with help, and it's just a bunch of skydiving cool stuff. Honestly, Swoop or Smoot or whatever his name is the hero of the movie really because he's just awesome. Multiple times he saves the day for multiple people in the sky, and he didn't give two fucks. This one I would definitely check out. This one on Paramount Plus, I believe. This one, this 1 hour and a half. It's quick. It's like a fucking cocaine skydiving dream of fucking awesomeness. There's music behind it. There's cool skydiving tricks. There's cool skydiving stuff. I don't know like how cool skydiving is, like how cool you can make it, but they made it the coolest that they could in this movie. That is for sure 100%. I give them that. That is what they did. Um, yeah, and they got Wesley Snipes, Gary Busey. Like I said, that's crazy. Like, there's not really a lot of people. I feel like the people that were in it were like skydiving actors and actresses because they just needed the close-ups, and I bet it would have been like fucking a shit ton of money back in the day. I mean, they already put 45 million in this, and I guarantee that's just jumping out planes with the camera equipment and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because I mean that's the only way they could do it back in the night, and not like it is today where they could like simulate that in some way. I bet it would be cheaper than actually like running it, especially like running it back and forth, like probably all day. I bet they're just jumping out planes all day. I bet that like the people that were in this movie that did this movie just loved it. I didn't get no quotes about anyone from this movie or anything, but I think that it was a decent release, something I'd check out. Like I said, it's on Paramount Plus. It's only 1 hour and a half, and that is Drop Zone, directed by John Bedham. And then finally, we're gonna talk about the box office. I did go see a movie. I went and saw Sinners and Minecraft in our local drive-in. I didn't do a review of Sinners because I figured if you've already seen it, you're gonna see it. It's kind of like 3 weeks into the movie, and everyone's like, I already did a review of Minecraft. I was gonna do like a review on the drive-in, which I thought was awesome. Um, I think my dog got a little anxious a couple times because I did take her with me, but she likes it no matter what. She just wants to be somewhere, so she just couldn't deal with being outside. I think for that like long, you know what I mean? Because it's two movies that we watched. We watched both the Minecraft because I want to see Sinners, and Sinners is the second movie. I do recommend if you haven't seen Sinners, go check it out. Very good movie. Probably the top movie of the year so far, for sure, 100%. Like just the story of everything. Michael B. Jordan's performance, Haley Steinfeld's performance, everyone's performance in this movie was awesome. So definitely check that out if you haven't. Basically, the box office said the same thing I said because none of the new movies even cracked it. I think the highest new movie was the Cornfield movie, was like 3.6 million. We don't really count those movies. I'm just going to tell you the top two because there are only two of them that made over $10 million. And the first one, of course, is Thunderbolts, $32.4 million. This weekend, $130.4 million total. The drop off is wild there. It's a third of what the first week is almost, or yeah, less than half of what the first week was there. So that's kind of interesting. And then Sinners, still running strong, really. The first week it was 48 million. This week 22.1 million. So it finally dropped off like 3 weeks. It finally dropped off to half of what it was. $217.8 million total. Like I said, I actually finally saw this movie. I've been wanting to watch this movie. It was like the movie of the year for sure. It's probably the movie like the half decade so far. Honestly, it was so good. Great film. Great like just everything was kind of like just everything was set right. Great film. Great story. And it didn't like use like total cliches for everything for it, and like that's just the highest compliment I can give it. Very good movie there from Ryan Coogler. Um, Enjoyed it 100%. Comment if you guys seen any of the movies that I talked about today on the comments below, please. Thank you guys very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and have a good rest of your day or night. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Comment your top movie picks for Throwback Thursday in the comments section. And see you next time in the cave.